chance to take a look at some numbers for Favors.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Porzingis is out there with Favors. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's Griffin. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. And for the Knicks, they've got Gallinari. Robinson is out there with Paul. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Love in at the 5 down low. You've seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season.
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel. I mean, it's painful to watch. None come to mind, but I'm sure you could start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next.
And some of that we know it can happen with injuries to a star player, and you just are dismantled. But a lot of times,
like the Pacers with Oladipo, they were a different team the last quarter of the season.
It's a great call, Kevin. But a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you, and you start to feel like, oh well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games, no problem. Well, the league figures you out, and a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off the cliff type of deal.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Griffin passes to Porzingis. Pass to Gay. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that's a little bit out of the Rudy Gay experience there. Used to absorbing contact on the way up.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
Gay with the block.
Using his length well on defense. Rudy Gay working hard. Swats that one away.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one.
Kev, I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Ball outside. Inside. Ingles can't get it to go. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Gay dishes to Griffin. That shot, no good. Good D from Love. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the shot is good.
That's when Chris Paul kicks in that extra gear, 4th to 5th. And I love how he slips past the D on the drive.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with Coach David Fizdale. He knows very well that Blake Griffin is one of the most dynamic and physical offensive weapons in the game. They have to bring their hard hats tonight, Kevin. They're going to keep BG off the glass.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Ball outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Such a savvy guard, easily getting the foul call on those type of shots.
The Knicks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Griffin finds Porzingis. Gay outside. Shot clock at 5. To the middle. Here's Favors. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Solid at feeding his guys the ball. Rudy has no problem giving it up that time.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Spurs leading by 4. Here's Covington. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now here's Paul. The Knicks shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
This is what you get with Kevin Love. He can slide down to play the center position, and obviously he's a great stretch four, so that's some flexibility.
And Paul launches it from deep, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne.
It's been a sort of long.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And New York, looking at who they've got. Robinson is out there with Paul. Then there's Gallinari. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Ingles in at the small forward position. Now, here is Robinson. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Denver. Ingles can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 5. Gay scanning the floor. Over Robinson. No good from Gay.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra. He coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm. He's very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and that's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching style.
And here's Porzingis, following the three-pointer by Kevin Love. Porzingis kicks to Favors. Ingles against Covington. Favors can't get it to go. And New York hoped that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
Just 4 to shoot. Robinson misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Covington against Robinson. Knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And here's another update on the All-Star voting. Just a couple of days left now to cast your ballot.
Yeah, and it's coming down to the wire now, Kevin. A tense time for some of these players.
Well, you look at Paul. The second most votes in the Eastern Conference have gone his way. He'll be a starter for sure.
And that's a byproduct of not just his talent, but of the effort he's put in this season. Nobody works harder than this guy.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Now, here's Covington. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
I also thought he did a tremendous job in terms of timing in that game, swatting away some shots. Ended up with 3 blocks in that game.
Love the jump shot Covington possesses. Often it looks good coming right out of his hands.
Robinson passes to Paul. Jacks up a 3. New York, no good that time either. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Dallas. Covington dishes to Griffin. Outside, Covington. Shot clock at 6. The shot comes out, and New York will come the other way. On this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season. Paul. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
And that one drops.
Well, the balance that Rudy Gay has, outstanding job at staying in control, even when getting hit.
Robinson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Paul outside. Shoots over Griffin. Misses off the right iron. There's the three. Another shot. And so it's San Antonio with their lead.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during... And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's Paul with the ball for the Knicks. They trail by 6. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Porzingis. Griffin is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Favors, and it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Griffin. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And the Spurs lead by 5. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
Right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. I like to see them getting after a little bit.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Gay kicks to Griffin.
Griffin staying strong down low. Even when he knows the hit is coming, Kevin, great concentration and toughness shown there.
For San Antonio, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Both good from the line that time. Knicks trail by 7. Now Paul. And Griffin sends it back.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
Covington passes to Favors. No good that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Spurs leading by 5. Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
Here's Paul after Rudy Gay's bucket. The shot's good from Love.
And Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
Here's Gay. Lays it up off the glass. Gay's got 9.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Paul passes to Robinson. There's 1:17 left in the third. 5 to shoot. Paul for 3. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now, here's Ingles, following the shot by Rudy Gay. And here is Robinson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
So smart in these situations. Love how Covington often picks the correct route to run.
And the Knicks with possession here. After the basket by San Antonio. Here's Paul. Griffin with some nice D.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Spurs working the ball around now. A three from Gay. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Wow, when Rudy Gay's connecting there, that's going to help out a lot. It really opens up the rest of the court.
Ball fires from way outside. No good. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Gallinari is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Robinson. And it's Love in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Paul dishes to Gallinari. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
When you're defending Gallo, you have to be careful because he is exceptional at drawing the defense into him when he's shooting.
Gallinari hits them both. Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that
right
at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Ingles finds Robinson. For the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Covington wide open. He fires. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Have to guard Covington at all times from outside the arc. He is lethal from deep.
Here's Robinson. San Antonio with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Griffin kicks to Favors. The pass to Gay. Pass to Griffin. Lays it up and banks it in.
Maybe that's the separation, right, Kevin? His skill at his size and then converting through contact. Such strength from the big man.
Now here is Robinson. Pass to Ingles. To the left wing. Covington against Paul. Rebounded by Covington.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Outside Griffin. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Griffin. To the right side. Porzingis against Love. 3 from Gay. It's rebounded by New York. Love's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Spurs.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rudy Gay.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
Now here's Mills, and there it is for him. And the Spurs lead by 17.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's Mills. The Knicks making the shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Here's Clemens, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. Outside, Lamb. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.